Alright guys, so these are the top few lessons I learned at Berkshire Hathaway's annual investor meeting 2018. When asked about cryptocurrency, Warren Buffett famously said, cryptocurrency is a non-productive asset. And Charlie Munger went as far as saying, you see everybody else trading turds and you just want to be part of it. And so they said it's like not a good way of investing, and they have zero investments inside crypto. Number two, when I asked about the US-China relationships, they're both very optimistic, and they both said it's a win-win situation for both countries, so they don't really think one politician or even one person can really ruin it. When asked about formulas or mathematical approaches they use for capital allocation and other things inside Berkshire, Charlie Munger replied in a one-line answer. He said, if you're looking for formulas, go to a graduate school, not here. So it was they're very straightforward, common sense investing, and that has made them a lot of money. But also, it has gained them the trust of 42,000 people that were there, and so many more, thousands of more people that invest, that have shares in Berkshire. When asked about business schools, Warren Buffett said he went to 3 business schools, and he was just looking for great teachers. So if you can find great mentors outside of academia, it's totally possible to get there. So academia is not necessary, you just have to find great teachers. That was really powerful. And he said if he had to choose between, out of 6 people, 5 who went to the top 5 business schools in America, and one 6th person who actually just read the book Intelligent Investor and actually understood chapter 1, he would totally hire this person who read Intelligent Investor and actually understood chapter 1. So they definitely don't value credentials and degrees as much as they value your skill level in general. So that was really powerful. He also said staying in your circle of confidence. So when they were talking about not making any investments in Google, they said, Warren Buffett said, the reason he doesn't invest in Google is because he doesn't understand the competition Google faces, and he doesn't understand that industry as well. That's the reason he's staying out of it. When asked about artificial intelligence, Charlie Munger said, it's definitely a good thing, but there's more hype than actually probable achievement. So they don't think it's going to affect investment as much as other people think. When asked about why is it that teachers of finance are often wrong, Charlie Munger said he has a theory. He went to his eye doctor once, and he asked his eye doctor that, hey doc, like, why do you keep doing cataract surgery even though the cataract surgery is going obsolete? And like, you didn't go to medical school just for this. And his doctor replied, he said, Charlie, it's such a wonderful operation to teach. And Charlie started, like, the whole crowd started laughing, and then he goes, what that doctor was saying was that they get a lot of satisfaction from teaching certain things, but those things aren't always for what value they give to the actual students, right? So it's like teaching formulas and theories and all those things in the classroom are very fulfilling to some people, some professors, but they're not actually adding much value to students' life. And so that's what they were saying about that. Sorry guys, I'm losing my voice here. But I asked about what influence has Charlie Munger had on Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett said, Charlie taught me to face unattractive problems even if the business is working fine. So they own a lot of businesses, and it turns out in business you have a lot of unattractive problems that you just want to keep avoiding, because business is working. So he's like, nope, you have to face those problems, and that's one of the things he taught Warren Buffett. When asked a really sophisticated finance question, and remember, these guys are business tycoons, the best in the world, and they both have like graduate degrees. They're not dumb people, very smart. One guy asked him a very sophisticated finance question, and Charlie Munger, he said the questioner doesn't understand his own profession. He called him out, and then he gave his explanation. But the thing was, like, you have to ask good questions when you want answers. When you want to hang out with the elite, you gotta elevate your question level, because these people are alphas. They don't really give too many F's about your feelings, right? So make sure you ask good questions. When asked about why they don't invest in tobacco companies, even though they're legal, and Warren Buffett said Charlie Munger said, some things are legal, but they're immoral. And Berkshire doesn't do that. Berkshire doesn't do immoral things, and that's the reason why they don't invest in tobacco companies. And they were also talking about how to best spend your skills. Somebody asked if being a multilingual actually helps in the real world, and Charlie Munger said it helps, but only if you're in the right areas. So if you're working in the right industry, right companies, your multilingual skills will be helpful. But if you're just an average person who works in Omaha, Nebraska, he said it won't. Like, you knowing Mandarin as well as English, as your skills are not being used as efficiently as they could be. And then when I asked about, they were also very specific about how they spend their time. And Warren Buffett said he used to be on 19 companies' public boards. So it was like, 19 public companies, and Warren Buffett was on their board, and he's almost like gotten away with almost all of it because he doesn't like doing it anymore, as going to the quarterly meetings and going to these like commitments 7 days out of the year, which was 7 days out of 365 days is not very much, but he's so particular about his time that he's like, it's not worth it to me anymore. And he made the point that time you cannot buy back. Money you can make more money, but time is an asset that you can't buy back. So that was a super powerful point there. And then yeah, guys, hopefully this helped. This was a great weekend for me, actually here at the Omaha airport, just boarding my flight back to Detroit and then to New York. But yeah, hopefully this helped.